Command Panther as well, getting repairs. Elephant, look, what the fuck are you doing? Elephant's looking back at base like, duh. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm bringing you a Company of Heroes 2 replay submitted by a patron, an amazing patron who supports me directly. And if you would like to support me, you don't have to do that. You can just like, subscribe, definitely helps out. But go one step further, Patreon's down below. I greatly appreciate all my patrons and everyone who supports me. But let's get to this game, shall we? I think they were talking about the IJA, which is not in CoH2. Although it would be fun to see what Japan would look like in Company of Heroes. Right now we have a 4v4 on the map Red Ball Express. We got ourselves Dressel, Icky, OKW Slayer, Rider of Black versing Batibit, Blazing Fury, Johnny, and Milam. Again, thank you to everyone who watches my channel, who supports me. But when this goes live, hopefully I timed this right. It should be when Clash of the Conscripts is live that day. So check that out on my Twitch. If you don't know, I have a Twitch. It's down below as well. And finally, if you would like to check out the game, I probably will have it up on YouTube in a couple of days, if not shortly thereafter. When I release this. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Right now we have ourselves, like I said, 2 Aus, 2 OKW versus a Brit, American, and 2 Soviet forces. Kubel charging forth, trying to hold back the British with Stern Pioneers, using this opportunity to take it, so good job by Ryder. Also going special operations, so again we have a Command Panther, Storm Officer, so it was, you know, some nice infantry and some nice armor respectively. OKW has Jaeger armor, so Elephant, which combined with scope or flares from the Command Panther or its special abilities the Command Panther provides, pretty damn sweet. So that could be pretty awesome to say the least. On the far, let's see, side, we have Icky and Dressel with Breakthrough, so Yag Tiger and Dressel with air support. So Axe is looking pretty strong with all their abilities, with direct strikes, heavy armor. Maybe not air support in the, like, all planes coming in sense, but they still have air support abilities thanks to Dressel going close air support. On the flip side, Batibit went with mobile assault, so Mattress could turn the tide with lots of rockets. I recently saw a player use it very effectively and use it so effectively that Stukas were unable to kill them, and they were able to get close to 100 kills. And Milam going tank hunters, which is great for fighting large armored vehicles, so hopefully you can get close with the AT rifles. Anyway, let's get to this game as the Germans take the fuel, but the Allies try to do their best to hit this region. Fusiliers holding onto the territory, fighting off the engineers and inbound conscripts. We have a mortar that's right here, thanks to Johnny. We also have ourselves the MG's conscripts in the building, but pioneers are focusing in the corner. Good spot right there by the Wehrmacht. Pulling back. No medical, no way to heal. Meanwhile, riflemen are pushing the left-hand flank right on OKW Slayer. Pioneers are lying in wait, though, it looks like. German forces, though, are not giving up that fight. MG repositions thanks to riflemen hitting the right side and flanking. Grenadiers might want to move to cover. Or they know and they're just waiting for that rifleman to flank. Something's happening. But at the very least, Echelon failed to take that. Again, should have probably grabbed that a little sooner. Rifleman does provide enough pressure, even though the other squad retreated, to force the MG back. A lot of the Axis forces are in full retreat right now, and it looks like they will effectively push up. Though I don't know if they have the firepower to take the territory. As Grenadiers could move on in. They have rifle grenades, so they could rifle grenade the MG, which has, especially if they're grouped up, that's instant KO. Speaking of which, on the far right, it looks like the Allied forces did fall back, but it's not like a full rout. It's actually reorganization. They have plenty of MGs and mortar support, guarding against additional German attacks. So while they are in cover, I don't think the Germans will be able to make much out of it because the mortars will slowly wear them down. And actually might have been a bit of a feint. So a good retreat. Now with the mortars wearing them down, the conscripts counterattack, and they not only hold on to the VP, but on the far side, or the other side of this wood line, the conscripts now don't have really much to deal with because Grenadiers already engaged, and now they're overextended and are driven back. So conscripts will take over the fuel. So very good job right there. Allies take over the right fuel. Axis very clearly managed to hold off the British attack on the left. So it looks like both sides at least gained something out of it. Let's see right now. Echelon trying to take mid though, but I'm assuming the Fusiliers should easily be able to deal with them unless we have a you know, suppressing volley fire, but I don't see that happening, especially as Grenadiers move on in, and probably will kill this quite easily. Grenadiers grabbing territory. We have a 2-2, it's a 2-2-2 coming onto the field, so that will be also very detrimental to the Allies and just possibly harassing them. Again, good job that the Allies do at least have the right side, so they at least get fuel, but Germans have the edge right now, at least in munitions and also in fuel income, so they should be able to get armor out a bit sooner. And if you're lacking armor, and then the enemy already has light vehicles coming into play, not a great setup to be in, honestly, but we'll see how things fare, as German infantry is in good cover, but riflemen are now pressing in from blazing. He has grenades, so he could throw, and he does. He will throw the grenade, but luckily OKW Slayer sees it coming, dodges it, though loses the model. MG setup, though, will fire, suppress the rifleman squad, and Pioneers and Punchful Sleeves will come on in, as well as a 2-2-2, forcing the rifleman back. I'm 99% sure. Yep. Even a Pioneer squad, if the enemy suppressed, could do wonders. Riflemen do not have a, the captain, I'm sorry, not captain, a platoon or company, Jesus Christ, yeah. Or they don't have those upgrades, so they can't AT grenade. And the 2-2-2 being very aggressive, just murdering the riflemen on the retreat. British forces are busy on the left. 5-man squad, but no AT, so they are just going to have to DPS that 2-2-2, which is annoying as hell, but they could do it in good cover, and it would take time. Meanwhile, on the far side, Punchful Slayers being driven back by mortar fire. We have barbed wire going down, so Johnny being a bit of a dick, making sure the enemy can't take back the munitions, which, hey, I mean, not a bad idea if you're currently having a little bit of issue. Closing off territory at least will make it a little better, so that way you don't have so much territory to worry about. Though it looks like the Germans upgrading with G43s is attacking the Allied position under Milam, who's having a lot of issues. Suppressing the Grenadiers, which all upgraded with MG42s, which is really, really solid at a lot, increasing their DPS. But with conscripts in heavy cover, their health is right now the thing they have to worry about. And the conscripts have a good amount of defense, even if their attack is not the best. Engineers will be probably unable to stop the Punchful Slayers Grenadiers. Demo detonated right there. Not sure what happened, but I guess he said a demo there for a surprise that did not pan out. Punchful Slayers driven back, NG set up to try to stop them. It looks like it actually does stop the position from being taken, so good job. And at least the Germans didn't get the mortar, even though it is a Soviet mortar just out in the middle of nowhere. Speaking out of the middle of nowhere, what the hell is this Kubel doing? Infantry section might kill it. It's gonna, unless he like sneaks around, they're gonna be in sight and kills the Kubel. So excellent job there. I already saw Bad a bit, blazing infantry company, so artillery, and then we have Johnny going mechanized support. So a big heavy tank, but ISU-152 does not have the capabilities, in my opinion, to necessarily go toe-to-toe with a Jagdtiger or Elephant, unless he combines it with maybe a marked target and gets lucky on the penetration. Then I could easily see it, but it's still a risky play to have a Jagdtiger fight with the ISU-152, and the ISU-152 thinks he can come on top by itself. So, needs support, but luckily, Allied support or Axis support is plentiful in a 4v4. So, we'll see who comes to whose help. Also, again, with the infantry company, the artillery could dislodge a lot of the heavy tanks if they come onto the field. As well as, again, we have mortar half-tracks and commandos, other stuff that can come into play. Or just a Stuka that wipes out an enemy MG, making this area pretty much easily accessible to Volk squads pouring on in and hanging the support equipment, while the infantry section were busy trying to help out in mid against the German infantry from OKW Slayer. This gun is on standby, and 222 realizes that, trying to navigate his way out without being shot by the Zis gun. So Punchful Slayers advancing. Is he doing that on purpose? I think he's doing that on purpose. He tried to explode the forest so that way he could send his men through. Interesting gameplay, and you know, the Lorax may not appreciate it, but the other Soviet forces really do, as they pour on in through the hole now in the terrain and alleviate some pressure. Zis gun opening fire in the region, pushing back the support gun, so excellent job there. Again, it's not dead, but solid effort, I would say, at driving the enemy away. And again, keeps this under Allied control. Also, good job with the bunker. Will help hold the region. We have mines going down, MG set up. So, solid defense right now. It looks like the Germans do have their grenadiers, but not too much else in under mortars. Although it looks like they're using their supplies not to reinforce this sector, but to reinforce and supply other sectors. So, Germans are currently dropping in fuel, from as we can currently see. Fuel's coming on in to drop on that fuel to help out. Oh, actually, no, he's supplying himself. Yeah, I thought he was giving it to the OKW. Sometimes that happens if you went in early King Tiger, because remember, King Tiger doesn't necessarily need the command points, it just needs fuel and manpower. So if you supply an OKW player, you could get that pretty quickly. Now, with giving it to the austere player, you could easily see them rushing for, in this case, a Brumbar. And a Brumbar at 11 minutes. That's a very early Brumbar that the Allies have to deal with. And the Allies are possibly thinking, okay, you know, fuel-wise, it's about even. Hopefully the Germans won't deploy anything too heavy right out from the gate. Well, Dressel's like, no, I'm deploying a Brumbar, which, to be fair, Su-85s could easily push back, but we're not dealing with Su-85s. We're dealing with 76s, which are fine, but they have a bit more trouble with heavier armored units. Nice job, by the way, with the Stuka almost knocking out the mortar, though it does get driven back. Sport gun really trying to kill it, but no dice. But maybe with two 76s, that will be enough firepower, but it's going to be dicey at best. Caches are down, by the way, for the Allies and for the Axis, although I think the Axis have a little bit less. The counterattack on the far side is going a little better. Commandos knocking out one of the MGs that the Germans requisitioned, although there is a second one which is trying to suppress. Storm Pioneers unable to be killed because Commandos did get suppressed. Volk squads in decent cover are shredding the British for the time being. AT gun moving on in, hopefully remove this cover is what my recommendation, and that's exactly what he focuses on. Infiltration grenades are thrown, but miss. Commandos actually smoke or are advanced because this region is smoked, and a Rider is sent packing. So excellent job by Badabit in that counteroffensive. Hopefully taking back this area and taking the fuel and VP, because VP wise, it's actually not too far off. Both sides are pretty much neck and neck right now. Not a huge gap or opening I can see. Su-76s are advancing. Miss the Brumbar. Miss the Brumbar. Can we get some hits? Although, good bunker, I just realized, well, stopping infantry. Get a shot, but again, Brumbar is still causing some damage. Grenadiers on standby to assist as shredding the conscripts, which are sent packing. Brumbar's brought a quarter, but that was off multiple shots from the Su-76 tag team here. So, again, that's why I mean it takes a lot of fire from these guys and actually hitting to drive the enemy away. And it's... But, yeah, conscripts are sent away, which is going to leave any sort of additional support, like AT guns and the Brumbar, and with infantry support, a little bit more capable of taking this region. Again, great job with the Brumbar, pushes back the MG. Grenadiers could move on in. Su-76s again miss, or do very little. We got a hit. We actually both have a hit. Oh my god, they actually penned. That's a good accomplishment right there. Damn. Okay, Brumbar actually have an RNG not on its side, because all those shots actually hit after so many misses. Allied counterattack coming on in with Riflemen. Grenadiers trying to hold this region with OKW Slayer busy in mid, dealing with the American, leaving, well, Rider pretty much by themselves. Although a Stuka could change things very easily if it's a great hit. And you know what? I would say it was a pretty good hit. You can say Greyshot Rider didn't kill anything. Doesn't really matter because the forces are off the field, which means this entire area is now open for a massive counterattack and allows Rider to very easily take back very key points on the map. Meanwhile, the American, well, I will say being a Chad and helping out their team by putting out munition points and across the field. Although Milam put down one, so good job. Let's see, Katusha fired, driving the Germans away a little bit, though not killing any units. SU for the win. Oh, I guess driving away the Brumbar. That's fair. And the artillery did drive away the infantry as well with the pack gun, though Sturms are taking the fuel, so not necessarily all the way for the win. Although Bunker suppressed the infantry, so hey, good job there. What was I gonna Oh, he's healing them, the MG. Oh, good job. Using the half-track for good use. Try to make sure your guys are healed on the front. Conscripts coming in to drive the Germans away as well. What else I gotta talk about? Oh, yeah, okay. So good job by the Allies so far, recontrolling, or taking back control of mid and putting pressure on the Axis. Also, Captain hitting the pack guns, so Axis thrown a little bit off, though, again, resource-wise, it's still not too far off in the fuel department. Munitions where it's really bad. It's literally double for the Allies right now. Infantry section trying to advance. Volk squads, though, were in good cover until the AT guns removed it. And with the double AT guns, armor is going to quickly come in and save the day. Also, with double commandos with Brens, they're going to need some very good infantry. Though, also Dodden with STG-44 is good. You just may need more and make sure that, you know, they are well supported. Germans trying to take back mid, at the very least, and stop the bleed. Though, again, still, like, it's still within 35 points, so pretty close. We haven't seen any more supplies dropped by the Austere, from what I can see. And I understand that it's too volatile in mid. To drop supplies in an active combat zone is very, very hazardous for your own men, because then the enemy could take it and use it against you. So it has to be very cautious with that. I'm not sure what Dressel is going to get. Oh, a Werfer. Okay. I could see that being effective if it hits the conscripts grouped up or something like that. Oh, no, stop the Werfer. So maybe a Panther, which also could be good at counteracting the Su-76s if they can close that gap. Also, artillery managed to almost kill the bunker, so nice job by the Axis there. Katusha only got one model with that barrage, so it was more of a scaring tactic rather than a successful hit. Though Katusha might try again if they can spot all of this back here. Although it looks like more he's going to hit the counterattack in mid. Slayer tried to do his best against Blazing. Blazing holding with the Panzer IV coming in by Icky. Icky, unfortunately, now under Katusha fire. While the Panzer IV doesn't have too much to worry about, yeah, the Grenadiers have more to worry about. Luckily, it looks like the barrage was once again not as effective as he probably would have liked, only killing a model or two. Whereas, yeah, the Grenadiers just moved to cover, and the inbound American infantry, hoping for a quick, decisive win, was probably going to have a lot to deal with as Brumbar's still there, MG, tons of pack guns, Grenadier squads, etc. Especially if the pack can see the Jackson easily in range. Actually, both packs. Jackson needs to pull out of there. Very low on health, but does dodge. We have a strike coming in from the major artillery in the region. Brumbar once again pushes on the right. Su-76 is trying to drive it away, but again has pack gun support, and Brumbar has 13 kills, so has done a pretty good job at hammering the Soviets, right? Oh, good kill. Now 15. Meanwhile, backing up Dressel, we have Icky with Panzerfusiliers, though looks like a lot of those forces under fire. Sturmovik strike comes on in, weakening the Sturm, but a lot of the men just pulled back, so hopefully they can quickly advance again, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Panzer IV backing them up, and AT-wise, we have double Katyushas, which is a lot of artillery, and a Zis gun, but it's looking at the Brumbar, not the Panzer IV, but luckily guard troops are there as well. Although, great shot from the Brumbar over the wall there. Zis gun had trouble hitting it, but Brumbar not so much. Fusilier seeing the AT gun, which could allow the Brumbar to move back in. Conscripts being healed. Katusha moving on in on the Panzerfusiliers, but not in time. Unfortunately, the rockets were not able to push that back. Meanwhile, Brumbar definitely pushing back Milam, who's having a lot of issues. 76 is getting healed after, I'm assuming, being hit by the pack gun. Bunker's gone, and the right side is looking very, very bad if I was an allied member in terms of... Oh, wait! Panzerfusiliers driven back, but does he have a forward position? He does, although not used as a retreat point. Not yet, anyway, so Icky needs to get that operational, make sure his troops are on the front as much as possible. Pack gun opening fire on the Zis guns, hopefully. No, actually being artied and neutralized. Great counterattack by Milam. Neutralizing that. And actually, a lot of the infantry, the Grenadiers, are now coming on up. That Brumbar is completely unsupported, meaning the conscripts throwing a T-grenade. Although 76s both bounce, Panzer IV, though, could come on in, and he does exactly that, focusing on the 76s, who are focusing on the Brumbar. That too, though. Let's see, Panzer IV does hit the 76. AT gunfire coming in from the Zis gun. Support gun could smoke. We also could have a... Never mind. Oh, but it could be bad. 76s, while they do kill the Brumbar with the AT gun in the back. Pack gun could neutralize that if he repositions. Though 76s looks like will escape. Or at the very least, they won't die right here. So, good engagement overall. Katusha comes on in the middle of the MG and Pack gun. Although it looks like the shots basically miss. But the allies looks like they took the hit and were able to bounce back. Axis bringing a Panther up, although another Brumbar is going to be a few minutes away. And that was key to really blowing up a lot of Milam's infantry and forces. Although it looks like we have a B4 being made on the front. Very risky right now, especially with the front in, well, in a situation where it's very volatile. But we'll see if Johnny can come in and really save Milam right now, because that's what he needs to do. And conscripts and guards are trying, but G43s, especially a lot of Pencil Fusileers with G43s coming on in to keep that pressure on the Soviets. On the far side, the Americans are under a bit of issue. The Major might die here. Does get picked off by a Grenadier. Great pick by the OKW Slayer. Brumbar continues to hold that position. Meanwhile, infantry section on the far side does successfully hold the fuel and the star, putting pressure on the Axis. No, putting pressure on the Axis. Sorry, just had something. I feel like something in my throat. Anyway, Stuka looks like it can fire, but only has 11 kills. How much does the Katyushas have, actually, for comparison? Only 7, and there's 2 of them. Okay, curious. Axis counterattack is ensuing and coming on in. Panther injured. Could be very bad. We have a Sturmvik strike coming on in. Not sure why it would come in here unless you're just trying to destroy the cover. Also came on the far side. Alright, not really much there. Grenadiers might die here to infantry fire from the Soviets. Very close, although Grenadier, I will say, is getting a couple picks with the model. But Molotov, oh my god, good Molotov, and allows the MG42 to be taken from the conscripts. Not a good engagement. Not really that great. Taking some losses here. Panther did escape, so that's good. Right now, Panzer IV is on standby next to the carcass of the Brumbar, being like, hey, bud, listen, I'm sorry I couldn't save you, but you did that to yourself. AT gun's out of position. Panzer IV trying to kill it. If he can, that would be a solid pick against the Soviets, because, again, they lack any major AT if they can kill the guard and the Zis gun. So, let's see if he can do that. Again, big WTF moment right now. Oh! Nice pick! And you can say, well, Greyshot, the engineer still capped it. Yeah, but the flamethrower squad with Vet 2 veterancy just recruited and then died. Guard troops try to take it. Also picked! And Katusha coming on in. Unfortunately, not the greatest spread. Will actually hit the Briquette and do quite a considerable amount of damage, decrewing it. But that's 3 down units for the Soviets. That's pretty massive in my opinion. Because Johnny doesn't exactly have a ton of manpower to bring up in terms of reserves to fill in the gaps. Meanwhile, great job by Ryder retaking the left-hand side. So excellent use of infantry and counterattacking. Although Stuka was knocked out, it looks like a strike of some type was called in that region. The 1, 2, 3, 4. So what could that have been? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Priest neutralized it, so good job by Blazing neutralizing the Stuka. Firefly by Batabit as well, with a counterattack focus in mid, not on the far side, or I get over here. While the OKW reorganized their front and tried to booby trap the area, you know, put cover down. Slayer's like, hey, guys, I'm currently having issue in mid, though Brumbar could definitely hold back a lot of the commando assaults with Grenadiers. Good job there with 25 kills and 17 respectively, so they're doing work. And again, keeping themselves alive. Meanwhile, coming up to the front, in the far back in the Axis lines, we have an Elephant. This is massive because it's a great heavy tank to dislodge and push back any sort of armor that comes into mid. So, yeah, that Firefly is going to have a lot of issue. Though Mattress firing, hoping to break up a lot of the front. And will it? One model. Not the game changer it really needs to be. Allies have the artillery. They just have not been hitting quite well. Again, Johnny only... Oh, Johnny actually got better. He definitely killed something. He's up to 14 kills now. And they definitely neutralized the Stuka. So I'm not saying entirely, but they haven't been like super game-changing wins, I would say, in terms of killing the infantry. Except for the Stuka, they haven't been killing the infantry as much as they could, especially with like the group blobs that Icky has been doing. So, but I suspect Johnny is just waiting for a perfect time to strike, and could do so in the near future. But actually, funny enough, it's been the unsung heroes with the 76s that have been getting better arty strikes and infantry kills. Are we gonna see that again? Milam has a good target right here, although he could use it against the AT guns as well. Katusha, there we go, great hit on the retreat, neutralizing them, get a number of models. Plague strike comes in, killing 2 models on the border, I believe. Meanwhile, Volk squads come in, actually killing a cache and just trying to clear a lot of units in the back. And there's nothing stopping him from killing these caches here. And again, every cache lost is, well, good strike, by the way, coming in from the Axis, neutralizing that B4. But every cache they kill is 250 manpower gone. But luckily, commandos come on in, sent the OKW packing, and they are going to retreat all the way back here. And they do have a retreat point. So again, it's not all the way back to their base. It's only about halfway. MG on standby. This area was not booby trapped, which I feel is a bit of a unfortunate. Because again, I feel like the booby trap would definitely stop the commandos pretty quickly. Because they could camouflage themselves in the terrain if they wanted to and sneak up. But looks like they kept themselves revealed, so the MG could suppress. Booby trap is still there though, so if they go for it, they'll lose like probably 2 or 3 models. And most of their health. Okay. But unfortunately, Starb wasn't able to hold back the other squad. But almost Sadan could. And actually, hold on. Brumbar coming on in. Trying to hold back Johnny. Although Johnny and Milam are both hitting Dressel right now as he tries to attack. But it's not really that effective. Another strafe coming on in. But this one's anti-infantry. Just suppresses. Holy shit! Alright, never mind. The ultimate kamikaze, apparently Dressel, taking inspiration from the Japanese, just fucking body slammed the MG, neutralizing it. Very good job right there. And now we have artillery coming on in from Icky. That's assault artillery. That's going to dislodge all the allied forces in the region. Very quickly, this front is now going to swing in the Axis favor. Now they just need to hold it. Brumbar being made as well. Pack guns being brought up. Now they need coverage. S285 brought up to assist the 76s. Katusha being sent packing as they do not want to be close to the front, and I understand. Johnny trying to save up for an ISU 152, but again, needs to be very careful. He doesn't lose a lot of manpower. They're all lined up in a close proximity. Suka or something could be very bad, but luckily I don't think... nope, Icky doesn't have that. Saving up for a Yag Tiger, I would assume. Because he got himself a mechanized, another building. Build that. He'll have the fuel for it. Although I feel like, I don't know, a Stuka or Werfer would be very good. Killing the MG. Good job from the Axis. Making sure the allies can't get it back. A giant AT line, but not a ton of infantry. AT gun moving on in could definitely cause some havoc. Brumbar as well coming in against this line. Remember, he has a bunker buster ability shortly, so we could use it here. AT, wait. Oh, the plane! Oh! There goes the building. MG does barely escape with its life, and ISU-152 has deployed onto the field of battle. Nice shot with the pack gun on the SU-85 as it hit the Brumbar, forcing it back. Grenadiers probably should grab that territory. Middle is into Axis control, and so is the left. Command Panther engaging the Firefly. Great kill on Batabit, and actually Batabit is about to lose a lot of men here. Infiltration grenades could be thrown on these forces coming on in, or the Obosadan could throw a bundle, hitting them on retreat, forcing them back. Getting a free AT gun, or just decrewing it and taking it, taking the fuel and resources for themselves. Again, good job by Ryder. Okay, Ryder's just going to kill the AT gun, so good job right there. Anyway, Volk squads also possibly could kill this cache, another big win. They could use their infiltration grenades to try to wipe it out if they need to do it quicker, but I don't think there's really much of a force. Blazing has gone with a lot of priests, which is great for dislodging enemy positions and attacking. But unfortunately, it's not so great at stopping infantry just randomly in the back of your, near your base. Unless if you can time it right with the positioning of the artillery. But it looks like the infantry counterattack did not go as well. So, Blazing almost losing a rifleman squad in the counterattack. Match was trying to set up, but again, a little off in terms of its, recharge. Still about 30 seconds or so off, so that's not going to help. Commandos in good cover could hold this back, but for some time. Not definitely. On the far side, Brumbar being very aggressive. Conscript Squad trying to charge forward to gain T-Grenade, unable to. But IC-152 does crack that nut and forces the Brumbar back. Overall, a great counterattack by the Axis over the last 5 minutes. And it looks... Oh my god, though. Great bundle grenade by Badabit. Killing, was it 2 units by Ryder? Yeah, at least 2, I think, Volk squads. Obelsadon were sent retreating. So it looks like they were... It stopped them just as they're about to kill the cache, which was... the Axis needed... sorry, the Allies needed a win of some type. Not sure why the mattress is moving on in right now. Yeah, I know the infantry section's winning, but, like... You pretty much showed the enemy, hey, the mattress is on this field, so make sure you spread out your units. Jackson coming on in. Looks like the half-track did die. That was, I think that was Johnny's. I'm pretty sure that was Johnny's half-track. Oh, no, it's still alive. So I'm assuming it was another one. Double Faust and an elephant hit. Jackson very low. Blazing cannot afford to lose this unit. He has fuel, but not a lot of manpower, and he has a lot of recruits already, so we'll see if he gets it out. Half-track trying to suppress. Again, good job for the Allies having AA. I know this one's basically being used as more of a support. Lots of Katusha fire coming on in, but Punceful Slayers are already sent packing, so not really much in the region to hit. Again, they've gotten a number of kills already, over 32, so they've definitely done better. Stuka gets a decent shot, and Mattress as well, hitting a lot of the inbound German infantry. Although, I think the Germans did miss that. Piat forces trying to hit the Panther, but again, Panther is being supported by the Obelsadon, so we'll see. Dressel getting munitions right now, so I'm assuming for further strikes against the right, which, by the way, again, good job by Milam and Johnny for counterattacking with their tank destroyers and the IC-152, wearing down infantry and armor alike. We've only had this Panzer IV, so it's not like they have like some big armored unit to worry about. The Jagdtiger probably will show its face here soon, but again, up until now, the Germans have not had something to counteract all these tank destroyers. I'm not saying the Panther isn't something to do that, but once the Su-85 came out, the Panther is pretty much on the back foot, especially with an ISU-152. Has to be very careful. Ooh, boy. Punceful Slayers pulling on back. Obelsadon very low, needs to retreat like now, and man, that conscript from MG42, pretty damn solid. Hopefully, it continues to do good work. Zisgun camouflaged. Again, good job lying in wait, making it even more detrimental for an Axis counterattack in this region, because they can't even see it. Now, luckily, there is a Jagdtiger now coming on in, but also got to give a shout out to OKW for holding mid and turning the tide to put pressure on the Allies for right now. We're 33 minutes in the game, and there's roughly a 115-point lead for the Axis. So great job there. We have a Stuka bomb coming on in. Oh! Doesn't neutralize the point, but does kill the mortar. And made the Axis, the Allies very, very cautious. Again, maybe the Katyushas were over there and he repositioned them. Whatever the case may be, mortar isn't too detrimental, but I guess he did lose the veterancy with that. But I think Johnny really wants it for the flare so he could spot with the ISU-152, so that way he gets maximum efficiency with that range. Anyway, the Elephant just sitting in the back. We still have those priests just trying to dislodge those forces. Again, only 6 kills, but about to get vet 1. Double Jackson's on the field, so good thing the other Jackson did survive. Stuka, though, coming on in. Is it gonna do much? It didn't really do much. Not the greatest hit. Oh, that's why. Great. It came in, did not have infantry cover, and Piat forces killed it before it fired the remaining salvo, which would have probably hurt those priests. Not saying it would have killed it. Very unlikely, but still, you don't want to do anything. My suit could get anything. Ryder, no, it did not. It did not get really anything. But the Katyusha fire, though, definitely did. Vet 5 support kill with 40 kills gets put down. great job for Icky having a support gun with 40 kills, but oof. That salvo. That's Stalin's revenge right there. With a complete salvo just tearing apart a lot of the Axis line. A lot of infantry very low on health. Cervix strike even coming on in with more Katyusha fire thanks to Milam getting his own. AT fire hitting the Panther. That's just the 76s. 85 is not firing right now. So Panther sent packing. Jagdtiger though returning fire maybe? No, he'll pull back before he even takes a shot on those 76s. ISU 152 though is being targeted, and as you can see, Jagdtiger was actually doing a lot of good work on it. So again, with the Panzerfusiliers, they can do the same thing the mortar for the Soviet can do. They can pop a flare, spot, and allow the Jagdtiger to get a great shot. Elephant as well could focus on the ISU 152, as it doesn't really have a counter or something to keep it pinned in mid and focused on that. So Elephant could easily focus fire through the terrain and hit the ISU 152, really putting Johnny in a tough spot. Blazing really needs to keep that Elephant tied down with something, whether it's the priests, whether it's the Jacksons, the infantry, whatever, that needs to be focused on, and hopefully Blazing can do exactly that. If he could pin it, he could time on target it. That also could be something where maybe a tag team with a T-34, which Johnny's getting. Maybe with a combined as well with a AT bombing run, you could make sure it's 100% dead, and that would remove a major AT obstacle. Right now, a big wind is coming in from Battlebit, who took over the left, but Obalsadon forces are helping to, well, keep this area definitely competitive. Again, we've seen Battlebit lose quite a bit, but getting a Comet could change things for the better. So. But that being said, we really haven't seen this Comet really used full force, and it could also coordinate fire. So against a single Comet, it's still not a great fight. The Piats are really going to have to come in clutch here. Speaking of clutch, Jackson's coming on in. Elephant misses under fire. Jacksons do not advance further. But again, 222 with spotting scope is pretty damn good range. Again, just kind of give you an idea of how far I can see just at 1 with spotting scope. Again, moving it up further would be even better. Flare's active. I think that is a German flare from Panzerfusilier. It is. German forces advance. Brumbar in double Panther strike. Katyushas try to hit the infantry. Do not get kills, but still wear down the infantry overall. Panther taking an AT grenade from that epic conscript squad that just keeps doing damage. 76 does pull back. The other one does die, unfortunately, behind the building, so that's 1 loss for Milam. Overall, though, still having a ton of manpower and fuel under his belt. Great kill with the pack gun. Great air squad as well. Sent to its grave. So 2 units down for Dressel. With not too much to show, just a 76, which is already being replenished in some capacity, with engineers coming on in to help heal the men on the front. ISU 152 was focused on by the Yag, though being marked, the Jagdtiger is being very cautious. I understand that. I also say, good job for keeping the Panzer IV alive, Vet 3, almost halfway to Vet 4. As well as Panther at Vet 2, only, but though with 5 kills compared to 27. Though to be fair, Panther's harder for it to kill infantry, so give a little credit. Jacksons are on standby. Looks like they did help kill the command Panther on the side, so good job. Comet as well taking some getting some heals in on the front. There's still AT there, but Jackson's could focus. Right now the attention of OKW Slayer is on Blazing, or not Blazing, it's on Johnny. Artillery's coming on in. Oh my god! So much of Johnny's forces just died. The half-track, the mortar, MG also possibly. A lot of models being lost all across the board. So Johnny, not having a ton of manpower to replenish all that, will need to probably pull back, especially with only 2 models of engineers healing that ISU 152. Oh, the thing is, though, is Icky did not have much to capitalize on that. If he had the Panzerfusiliers, he could have broke through the line and crushed Johnny, in my opinion. But unfortunately, did not have anything. He had 1 squad to attack with, so unfortunate. It will weaken Johnny, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to fully break the line. And meanwhile, speaking of breaking, yeah, the Elephant and a lot of OKW's forces is repositioning to engage that Comet. The Jacksons are still just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. a counterattack this way could be super important, but looks like they maybe are waiting for rifleman support in order to do that. So, oh my gosh, Major gonna take it. Grab it. Grab it. No! Ah. Ped's Grenadier's like, nah, you die. Don't take my supplies. They're mine. They're all mine. 222 providing, again, just to give you an idea of how far it can see, pretty fucking far, so the riflemen are easily spotted before they even notice the 222, so Pan's Grenadiers could counterattack and drive them away. We have mines going down and Ryder taking a number of casualties from that counterattack on the far side, but Jackson's easily killing the Panzer IV or Comet earlier. One of the two killed it. Brumbar coming on in with 44 kills, just driving away the riflemen. Blazing having a really tough time trying to make any headway, but again, Jackson's at least did damage, and I'm assuming the Comet got the kill. Yeah, did. So good job on the Comet. Stuka coming on in, wearing down a lot of the frontline infantry. Again, Johnny slowly regrouping and reinforcing his men. Katusha as well, getting some good shots on target, knocking out the 222, which is a big win, especially for a unit that can spot and see so far. On the far side, Jagdtiger up to Vet 1 and a Vet 4 Panzer IV. We have the Panthers fully healed and operational, although redeploying elsewhere. They're near the mechanized building, but they don't need repairs, which makes me think it's something else. I assume, and this is just me, that Icky is now on defense, right? Icky is like, okay, I will take the full pressure of 2 Soviet forces, which we'll see how long he does with 2 Su-85s bearing down his neck, but focus there, take those hits. Oh, I'm sorry, the conscripts. Wow, okay, so there's a conscript with DPs and the conscripts with MG42. Sure, why not? Anyway, he has to take all that pressure. Meanwhile, Dressel and OKW Slayer are maybe going for a kill against Blazing and Bat a bit. Risky maneuver, especially because it's a lot of pressure being put on this guy. But if it works, it could seriously turn the tables on the already a weakened side. Here come the armor. Panthers and Elephant open fire on the Jacksons. Brumbar as well hitting the Jackson. Very good. Panthers need to continue to push on. Bounce! And miss, miss, miss. All misses. Panthers engaging, trying to get something. Jackson very low. Again, focus on one, not killing the other. So we'll fire, possibly killing. And it does kill the Panther. Come on. Does kill that. Elephant lagging behind. We have a strike coming on in. Is that breakthrough? Nope. Strafe coming on in. Panther still engaging. Elephant looking the wrong way. Again, great idea on paper, but bad coordination is leaving this Panther really on the back foot. Command Panther as well, getting repairs. Elephant, look, what the fuck are you doing? Elephant's looking back at base like, duh. No, look here. Like right now, we can see here the Jagdtiger still keeping the IC-152 and the rest of the forces at bay. Meanwhile, on the far side, Strafe comes on in. Nice job. Great strike by Dressel. Neutralizes the Comet. So that's 2 allied vehicles down with the remaining ones on the retreat. Panther trying to go in for a kill. Will blitz against the Priest. Might actually, unfortunately, I think the Jackson is a better target because it will focus on your Panther. But Vet 3 Panther focusing on the Jackson. Could have a win, but T-34 coming in clutch from behind. Could be Fausted right now. Misses. T-34 does not hits the Panther. Trying to reposition itself. That front armor hit it. Again, T-34 could ram. Doesn't need to. Actually does a front penetration. Remember, that's a 76mm, which makes it even less likely for that to happen. But that's a major Panther going down. So, yeah, they weren't able to get those kills in for a lot of the allied forces, but they did enough to dislodge them, and that could just be enough for now OKW Slayer to focus with his Elephant against a determined Johnny, which is now trying to counterattack, but Elephant gets a great stun. Hold on, can we finish it off? Maybe? No. Elephant was busy looking elsewhere against the conscript, distracting it. 18 grenade does now hurt the Elephant. T-34 going on in for the ram. Does stun it, although T-34 does go down. A great shot from the ICU-152, wiping a lot of infantry right there. And the bombing run finishes off the elephant. OKW Slayer definitely on the back foot right now, losing a lot of infantry and armor in mid from a great counter by Johnny. Here's the only thing, though. Johnny is now bringing up 1 T-34. OKW Slayer is enough to easily get all the Grenadiers and the Elephant back. It's still a major loss for him, and right now could be even more major if they knock out that Panther. ISU-152 is just going to try to do what it can. Armor is pulling back. Forces on the left are being driven away. Is that a fucking mattress? When the Germans have a goddamn mattress. Okay, well, that drove away the infantry section and still hurting the remaining infantry section on the front. Not great. Not a great position to be in. Meanwhile, again, Jagdtiger still fine. Almost vet 2, by the way. And we could see a full counterattack. Milam really needs to hold this sector to the best of his ability because Johnny is, well, determined in mid. So we'll see what the OKW does to see if he's going to fight Milam or if, well, if all these forces are going to hit the ICU-152 and the Ziska. We shall see. Jackson's focusing on the Brumbar from afar, but looks like they weren't able to direct fire. Oh, Sadat keeping the commandos at bay, which, by the way, 16 kills compared to 35 and 36, respectively. That's 70 kills for the Obel Sadat. Pretty damn good work, although they can't really stop the Comet, so they really need that Panther back up. Brumbar tried, but bounces. Jackson's also bouncing. Pull back! Holy shit, that's a fucking bad move to push in with 2 Jacksons right here. Oh my god. Tried to grab it, but Pence Gradier's like, nah. Yeah, bit of a waste on that Brumbar, honestly. Supplies being dropped in. Panther trying, but again, with the Jacks. Oh wait, is that strafe? Does weaken it. Needs 1 shot. Packun could have moved over maybe. But T-34 actually injured, thanks to the Grenadier. Maybe that Packun was focused there, not sure. Or it could have been the Jagdtiger, which has been very cautious, though it looks like they've been losing a bit of men, so I get that. Johnny is slowly regrouped and reorganized his men to have a near full pap cap along with Milam. Those allies are half that, so right now allies are in the low 70s, whereas the Axis are possibly low 70s or upper 60s. It's still neck and neck. VP wise though, I will say, even though the Axis are losing VPs, they still have about 160 point lead right now. So they're doing very well in that department. MG kind of covering, Conscript watching over the area. 76 on standby, camouflaged. Great shot with the Jagdtiger on the Su-85, sending it back. Again, the flare from the Plentiful Slayers allowing them to see that far, so it's a great combo. I do like how they made sure like the big heavy tanks don't have spawning scopes anymore and they have to rely on others, but it's nice that you can have the spawning scope for the 222 or the flare for that, allowing it. What the fuck? Jagdtiger's looking the wrong way. Mark target, T-34 could go in for a ram, but now he's too close. He's about to die right here. Nope. We have a strike coming on in. Kills it, but was able to... Oh, wait, no. Some of the bombs hit the tree, but ISU-152 gets the kill. And Su-85 is killing the Jagdtiger. And they have nothing to pin. Panther trying to move on in against it, but... Wait. Oh my god, go baby, go! I mean, if they go for the fucking Katyushas, that's actually a win for the Axis. Or are they gonna go for the ICU-152? Even more risky. I would go for the fucking Katyushas. That's 2 Vet 2 Katyushas. Oh my god. Suka comes on in. Oh, and Brumbar! And Pack Guns and Elephant neutralize one of the Su-85s. Panther goes down, ICU-152 still alive. Honestly, a misplay by the Axis. I know the ICU-152 is like, we gotta kill the big heavy tank. Knocking out the Katyushas, Johnny would not be able to quickly muster up those men. Johnny is losing a lot of his infantry though as well, so great job by Slayer and Dressel's infantry coming on in to murder it. Milam trying to do what he can, but like only so much. Meanwhile, on the far side, Riders currently contending with Commandos and the Comets and Jacksons. Because Slayer's out of position. Or not out of position, but focusing elsewhere, I should say. So the Comets, if backed up properly by Jackson fire, should have no problem holding this side. Meanwhile, Elephant is back, fully organized on the right. And while it will take Icky a bit of time, right, to reorganize and to get that Yag Tiger, he has the supplies in 2 minutes to get the Yag. So 3 Jacksons, by the way, are being backed up by Blazing. Actually, the Priest died somehow. Maybe a direct strike. It looks like a direct strike neutralized it. So excellent job by, once again, the German Air Force, provided by Dressel, to come on in. But again, I do think Dressel did make a misplay by not going for the Katyushas. Now these 3 Jacksons are going to murder this Brumbar, and there's no way it's going to live. 55 kills on that Brumbar going down the drain. Miss. The other 2 did not. Elephant quickly coming over, but Jackson's going to pull back. Although one might have a bit of issue being damaged. Counterattack by Milam's infantry does successfully hold, and the bunker, I guess, was enough to also suppress. So, okay, good job there. Comets are now by themselves, and with 2 Panthers. They could maybe engage, but Jacksons, again, are in a position where they could swing either way. Really, the biggest issue for Blazing is the infantry. Right now, Blazing has 1 squad. 2 incoming, but still. Some heavy losses. And right now, both sides are just trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Right now, again, Johnny's down infantry, though getting some more armor with Su-85 being brought out. Okay. Milam probably has the best infantry army on the field, right? No, actually, Battlebit's doing pretty well. Although, again, the mattress may not help that. Gamma Bob Throne keeping the Old Sudan at bay, though did very little. Infantry section has like teens for kills. Commandos have up to 31 kills, so about 50 for both. The bombs did not do much. Is that a... No. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Did it hit the... What did that... I have no idea. I literally have no idea what was called in on that. Panthers coming in on the weakened Jacksons. Alright, Panther diverting itself. Need to focus on 1 and kill it. Focus on 1. There we go. Alright. Now the Panthers and Elephant are now focused here. Again, if we break this side with all the armor, this would give the Axis a bit of leeway. Which they need it, because they're right now down to only an 80-point lead. Nice ram by T-34. Panthers down. Armor's escaping, by the way. Strafe coming on in. Could run him over. Focus on 1 target at a time. Oh! Oh! Oh, baby! He's suppressed. Nice kill on the Jackson. Can the German infantry take it? Pioneers, come on! Come on! Come on! Come! Oh, God. If he would have ran. Katyusha's killing a lot of German infantry. But not the decisive kill that they needed. Su-85 and Yag Tiger as well, hitting some forces. Elephant needs sight to kind of focus on that. Although, there we go, there's recon. Hits the IC-152. IC-152 pulls back rather than engages. Panther still engaging, does knock out a Comet, but unfortunately, the Command Panther might die here, and does to a Jackson. Jackson engaging a Panther. Not the best fight for it, especially by itself. Remember, the IS-152 and Su-85 are busy with the Elephant, so they can't quickly come in to engage. And the Comet's injured. I don't know if he's going to move on in, but it doesn't look likely. We have a recon plane coming on in. No, a marked target on that Panther or the Elephant? It's the Elephant. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. So it's going to drive the Elephant away. IS-152 and the Su-85 moving back over. Germans are retaking mid, which, hey, good for them. They finally got that back. They did take heavy losses, and again, they weren't able to kill the Allied armor. It did survive. They weren't able to get the amazing breakthrough success they really needed. They definitely killed armor. I will not deny that, but there's still 2 Jacksons and a Comet. So the Allies roughly lost about 50% of their armor, right? The Axis lost, in my opinion, probably substantially more with only a new Panther coming on in. The other Panthers both died. And remember, another Panther died under Ryder's command. I'm not sure about Slayer. I don't think Slayer lost anything major. But still, that's a lot of forces to just perish. Now, luckily, resources coming on in to help supply the Germans maybe with more armor. That's if they can hold. Commandos pushing on into that fuel position. Yag Tiger is back, which might throw Milam through a loop. We'll see. Katyusha's, though, doing considerable damage to the front. So, nice counterattack there with S-25 pushing on in against the Brumbar. Elephant, though, could hit it. Just needs sight. A lot of infantry moving on in. Could grab those supplies. Does. So, nice steal by the Brits. Grabbing the Axis fuel. Again, I will say, who was it? If a lot of the infantry over here would have grabbed that Jackson, that would have been amazing. But unfortunately, Blazing was successful in keeping the Jackson alive. Sudan, though, has done a considerable amount of work. Like, it has over 100 and some, like, 120 kills for all those squads. Now about to kill another unit. There goes Blazing's force. Blazing is down to 1 rifleman squad. So, I will say Blazing is in a very bad position. Now, again, remember, like, 16? No, he has 2 Jacksons. So, Blazing's fine in that way. But, nice shot killing a Katyusha. One of the Katyushas under Johnny finally died. That's a nice little win right there. Again, I will say that does make up for the previous instance of the Panther not going for it, because it could have absolutely gone for 2, maybe 3 Katyushas. Elephant in good range and to hit the I-52. He's gonna focus. Half track moving on in. Remember, the half track has the mobile observation, so that means flares, which means Elephant has fucking sight and can now tear the ISU-152 apart if needed. So, he realizing this, pulling on back. Remember, also can stun. So if the ISU-152 is greatly out of position, he can stun it to allow for another hit or 2 from other armored units as well. Oh, shit! Ryder moving on in. Sudan as well, trying to keep the infantry back. Not been able to really put down Badabit's forces. Blazing, not so much, but we'll see how that goes. Katyusha drives some of the Sudan away. Elephant is pushing on into the ISU-152. Katyusha with 31 kills. Not as much as that fucking Brumbar that was there earlier. But Slayer's slowly racking up the kill count with the new one. But the old one had like 44. So, goes to show. I mean, again, a lot of people say rocket artillery is the best, and it can be. But remember that, I mean, some of those Brumbar shots and whatnot were just so fucking good. Su-85 very low. Barely gets out. Conscripts pull back as well. Germans don't lose that point, but does be decapped. Also, mines being placed, so a counterattack on the right side is looking less and less likely. But remember, that's not needed. Middle is needed. And right now, as long as middle is under Axis control, allies win the game. And allies are currently losing the game by about 50 VPs. So, really, right now, it's up to Milam to do something, because he has reserves to replenish losses. Johnny doesn't right now, and he doesn't have a huge frontline force. Blazing definitely doesn't need any more riflemen to die. Blazing, how many riflemen have died in your game? 11. 11 riflemen have died in this game. So let's not. Again, right now, maybe Badabit could cause more havoc on the left. Good job booby-trapping the territory. Again, you have 700 munitions. Mines and other things would be greatly appreciated. Panther on stamp. Actually, 2 Panthers coming on in. Though it looks like Dressel has lost a number of his men. Looks like a mattress is hitting this region, which I would hate to be Badabit right now, because Badabit is probably being yelled at by Milan, being like, why the fuck do the Germans have a goddamn mattress hitting me right now? Badabit? Oh, I don't know. They probably just borrowed the designs. Definitely not me. Pack gun hitting the T-34. Trying to go for a ram. Does actually succeed in hitting it. I thought the Elephant was gonna kill it. Being marked. Trying to turn as quickly as possible to dodge the incoming shots. And will dodge a lot of the shots. Does take damage though. Down a quarter health, but could have been way worse. Su-85 trying to make do with what it can. Hitting target. Panther's coming in to alleviate some pressure along with the Yag Tiger on the Su-85. Gets hit. Counterattack could be coming in against this. Panther hitting the other Su-85. Yag Tiger needs to return fire. Although could be under pressure from the right. Though Milam's Su-85 is not doing that. The other, although here he comes. Nice kill on one Su-85. Again, not something Johnny can easily make up. Although, again, he has a decent amount under his belt. It's, in terms of fuel, he only has about 100 manpower. Though, good kill. Icky, I think, just lost to some men. Suka coming on in. About to lose more. Suka, weird shot. Trying to kill the conscripts. Again, I love that conscript with the MG42 still alive. Great kill on the Panther. Milam making a good counterattack right there. Yag Tiger needs to pull back because he doesn't have a ton of infantry support. Stuka Bomb comes on in. I think killing the Su-80. Yeah, did kill the Su-85 and force the engineer to retreat. ISU-152 might have... I think that was a mine that exploded that broke its engine. Which, again, the AT strafe maybe detonated. I'm not sure what caused the mine to explode on the ISU-152. But he did use the AT strafe. And it didn't necessarily hit the target as effectively as he might have liked. It is injured, so I don't think the ISU-152 will be too effective. And if he does move up, again, the elephant could really force him away. Panther does go down to Su-85. Yag Tiger, though, returning fire. Please don't lose. Oh my god, don't lose it to the mattress. Oh, thank god. I was gonna say, you lose those conscripts to the mattress. Milam rages. I would rage. I rage for Milam. Anyway, Yag Tiger, Vet 1, still relatively good health. Su-85, so taking a few scrapes. T-34 coming up. Oh my god! Holy shit. Blazing can't keep a fucking rifleman alive, but you know what he can? Jacksons. All the Jacksons. Panthers, though, coming on in, focusing on him. Needs to focus, market. Elephant can do only so much. Pack gun, though, we're helping. T-34 is rushing on in. One Jackson goes down. Panthers need to engage. Mark target. Remember, he can mark. He can fucking coordinate fire. Again, on the front. Kill the one in the lead. Please. Jacksons will escape. They did lose one. Honestly, T-34 tried to rush, but didn't kill the elephant. So, not the greatest allied counterattack the world's ever seen. It did cause some damage, but the Axis had plenty of AT to hold. Matchers returning fire, trying to wear down Ryder's position, but Ryder's still holding under so much artillery and so much pressure from Badabit. The last rifleman squad might die here to a Panzer Grenadier squad. It's gonna be close. And there's a demo right here, I just realized. Okay. Yag Tiger advancing on the ISU-152. Vet 3, by the way, 49 kills. He's done a lot of work this game. Su-85 still lying in wait. Although the flare does spot it for the Yag, which is being extra cautious. I like how Icky has, for the most part, tried to make sure his Yag Tiger doesn't move up too much. Oh, never mind! Milam coming in from outside the flare. I thought he was worried here, but it was a bait and switch. Good strike though by Dressel, knocking out some of the armor. Here comes the bombing run. Is gonna knock out the Yag Tiger again. Was not looking at the right, and great job, by the way. Just amazing job. T-34 goes down, but what a kill. What an amazing kill. Mattress coming in, driving the Soviets away for a little bit. It's exactly what was needed. Milam can sacrifice the T-34. He has plenty of resources. Johnny needs to keep his infantry alive. He has one guard troop and an engineer and an MG. MG with 23 kills, so solid MG. Katusha with 42 and ISU-152 at 50. Elephant, by the way, at almost Vet 3. One last shot and it will, which is very bad for that ISU-152. For a Vet 3 Elephant, that could... Yep, there it goes. Although, great job from the ISU-152. Again, it's going to be up to most likely Milam to really take out that elephant, in my opinion. Actually, it looks like Badabit's focusing in mid. Also, Dot and Blob is something to worry about as well with the two Panthers. Riders at pop cap. OKW is near pop cap, although both have a healthy amount of reserves. Icky and Dressel less so. But they both, if combined, are like 70s, roughly. Upper 60s, especially with the losses taken here. Wait, hold on. Are we going to kill the pack? I thought the pack would die, but it did not. Brumbar coming in to push back the infantry section. And allies are looking at, actually, low 80s. So pretty good job from the allies. Jackson Swarm coming on in. Not enough to trap the Panthers. Panther pushing on in by itself. Bad move right there. Matchers as well hitting the back line against the retreating forces. Shrek team coming on in. Panther going the wrong way, just being smashed by all these Jacksons. Elephant quickly trying to move over. Great thrust, but Panther does escape. Jacksons do not wish to engage, though Comet's trying to kill these almost forgotten. T-34 as well coming on in, because why not? Although might die to... Oh, please. Oh, there it goes. He tried. He tried. Anyway, Shrek team, I think he's upgrading another squad. He is. Moving on in the Comets. Could be a nice kill here on one of them. Remember, he could use smoke to escape. Again, allies are still down by 50% compared to the Axis. Panther coming on in, but I think it's they've effectively. I would not want to push, especially with all those Jacksons there. And it looks like Milam is trying to advance on the right, and without that big Yag Tiger, a Panther alone is not going to hold this stuff back. So that Elephant needs to kind of be here to keep a lot of those forces at bay. IS-152 on standby in mid. A nice kill on Dressel's Panther, it looks like. Not able to kill another Jackson or any of the Comets. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Panther again trying to move on in, but it's unsupported for the most part. Like, I'm not seeing any other armor. The Elephant's moving in. Can we stun the IS-152? No, it's just going to be driven back. Oh, down under half health. Elephant still engaging. Does it have flares or a way to spot? No. Oh, Obasadon coming on in. There we go. Well, okay, so even though they are not winning that armor engagement, if they can win mid, right? If they can beat the infantry in mid and just win VPs, that's still a win. Good job with the Brumbar. Now, oh, why'd you retreat? Bad move. I'm assuming that was a misclick, but Ryder should have grabbed that territory. Honestly, should have been a easy steal. Panther diving in. I'm not sure why. The Elephant's not in position. You usually, again, want to try to use it to hit a line that currently has a gap in it. Like, for example, I'm recording this on the weekend that Ukraine just blitzed down Russia. And I guess Russia moved all their reserves and forces to help in Kherson, where the Ukraine's been trying to grind them down by knocking out supply lines, stuff like that. But at the time of recording, was it 2,000 kilometers, supposedly, of territory was just liberated by Ukraine, including a bunch of major cities, which is more than what Russia was able to do in the past few months. So, yeah, you want to find that gap in the line where there's no reserves, nothing to really counter your offensive, and press. You fucking press this line, Jacksons will tear you apart, as well as everything else on standby, like the Comets and the infantry. So, you need to be very careful. Why did you move the mattress that close? Oh, why? Bad a bit. Haven't you paid enough? Haven't the allies lost enough to mattress fire? Grenades thrown, one command tank moving on in, but for Jackson's sake, get the fuck out. Probably should have dropped smoke. Command Panther barely alive. There! Blitz, man! The commando's like, run away! Run away! There's so much. Luckily, some traps go off. One Panther's not gonna do enough. You need Elephant quickly seeing this whole shit show. Panther gonna die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shrek team, it's a trap! Jackson goes down. Alright, next salvo. Fire! 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 Pack gun still hitting the inbound forces. Just an utter shit show. Jackson again goes down. Another Shrek fire kills another Jackson. Blazing has very little, but I mean, this Elephant could die here. If they die... Oh, wait! Strafe comes in, stuns the Jackson, but kills the elephant. Slayer could bring up more, but it's going to be a minute. All the Jacksons just died. But Soviet forces also killed a Slayer's Brumbar. Matchers also went down from, I guess, Ryder. Ryder unintentionally pissed off the Allies into overextending. And may have... Hold on. Nope, Comet still survived. This is where a recon and strafe comes in and just murders both of them. Would be great. But no, right now, Johnny is in a decent state with a good amount of infantry and armor, respectively. Guarding mid. Allies, if they can hold on to the VPs, they can absolutely win this. The question comes into effect of really the Axis counterattack in terms of can they effectively hold the line? Can they effectively hold back the Allied counterattacks and replenish again? Right? Because I'll be honest, Blazing's not going to get a bunch of Jacksons very quickly. But that being also said, it's going to take time for Slayer. Oh, nice kill. It's going to take time for Slayer to get a bunch of stuff. So, we'll see. But again, we'll have to see what the Allies do. On the far side, we have a King Tiger, not a Yag Tiger, a King Tiger, which also comes under the same issues that we saw previously. Also, I do love the fact that Blazing has a mattress. Just everyone getting mattresses except for Bad a bit today. The tank destroyers could absolutely drive back the big heavy tank. Again, Ram, King Tiger should have seen that coming and pulled back. Now we have a bunch of armor moving on in. And here comes the AT. Actually not doing as much against the King Knight, which I would have thought. And yeah, T-34 goes down. King Tiger backing up. Panther going down, thanks to a couple nice counterattacks. So, actually a lot of Allied armor dying right there. So, not too bad. On the far side, we have two Comets, but without the herd of Jacksons backing them up, Dressel might actually do something here. Again, population-wise, just kind of give a comparison. Low 70s for the Axis. Meanwhile, the Allies are... they are... low 60s? Maybe lower now with the Comet if they kill it. God, those Comets can't die. Blazing has been so lucky with his Comets. Actually, his infantry in general has been pretty good for the most part. But Allied counterattack is coming on in with Johnny trying to hold back those Panthers. We have a breakthrough? No, it's a suppressing run to hold back the infantry. Shrek, oh, I love the Pioneers with the Shreks they've just gathered. Just keeping the armor at bay. So, middle is not under Axis control. That's what they really need. They are spread. Well, they are being hit by Katyusha fire, and it looks like they did lose some Shrek teams. But it looks like they might be able to. Oh, time on target coming on in does not stop the decap from occurring. A nice explosive charge right there from the Pioneer. Does hurt the MG a bit. MG though with 32 kills. That's one of the best MGs I've seen in a while. Allies, oh my god, the Rakenwerfers. And still having the Obelsadatan. I would be shocked if Ryder did not have the most kills in this game, at least for the Axis. I would actually be pretty shocked. Because the Obelsadatan have not died, and they have gotten insane kill counts across the board. So, Commandos have done pretty good, but I think the Obelsadatan have definitely clutched it. Anyway, Mattress coming on up thanks to Blazing. Because why not? Okay, decrewed again. So maybe the Allies will be able to get a Rakenwerfer, so more sharing of equipment. Allies did, will prevent the Axis from fully capturing mid, so VP-wise, it's still neck and neck. IS-2 coming on in, 73 kills. And again, Katyusha has 61. So I think on the Allied side, Johnny would probably have more kills. I'm not saying these conscripts in the Katyusha on Milam have not gotten a lot of kills. I'm just saying it's Bad a bit's definitely taken more hits, and Blazing specifically has lost a lot of men, which is why I think that probably, Ryder has probably the higher kill count on the Axis. But we'll see here once the game wraps up. And again, it's not looking good. Conscript's holding mid. Axis need to put something together in order to counter. And actually, good job by Blazing, grabbing the left-hand side. And also grabbing a mattress. Or holding on to that mattress. Does Ryder still have the mattress? No, Ryder lost the mattress. Okay. Well, losing another Rifleman squad. Are you going to lose both Rifleman squads? 71 kills, 42, just for comparison. And another 76. So, that's, again, almost 200 kills for the Obel Sadat in this game, and I don't think they've died. So, yeah. Katusha, though, being wiped out by an amazing Katusha barrage by Johnny, who's probably one of the foremost experts in the creeping barrage, as we can tell, killing a Panzer Grenadier squad as well. Now it's a triple cap against the Axis, and the Allies are just keeping the pressure to try to keep the Axis from, well, taking any territory. So, and Milam has 2,600 manpower, so definitely having enough reserves to easily, lose a man or two in order to hold that position, which, again, should absolutely try to hold that position. Anyway, strike coming on in from the back. T-34 Rams stopping the Panther. Strafe, though, comes on in, hurting the Su-85, but not killing it. ISU-152 is still holding back the infantry. Explosive pushes back the guard, thanks to the Pioneers' satchel ability they get with the Doctrine. Obel Sadat trying to take mid. Again, I would drop this smoke to make it harder for Johnny to see. Or Sturmovik Strike just comes on in, keeps them at bay. AT Gun's moving on in, kills the Su-85, doing a pretty good job, honestly. Kills the Katusha as well. Johnny caught out of position. Hold on. Although, here comes the relief. Comet coming in from Badabit. Obel Sadat trying to move on in. Not sure why. Nice grenade off the Comet. Oh, I think it was off the Comet. Oh, this is actually decrewed, so they can take it. Again, should have not retrieved the Obel Sadat. In my opinion, should have just grabbed onto the territory. That's my one negative for Ryder in this game, is the retreats. Though, again, I understand wanting to keep that infantry alive. The Panthers come on in, but Double Jacksons will drive them away. Nice kill with the ISU-152, killing the infantry. Again, a very close game. A very close counterattack. And, holy shit. Breakthrough coming on in, trying to keep the Allies at bay. But conscripts are just being sent in because why not? Panthers moving on in. Grenadiers trying to take it, but not enough. Stuka firing against the Allied line. Not really much of a hit. Conscripts, though, wide open to move in, to do whatever they want, and basically provide sight for this Su-85. Conscripts Riflemen will also take mid. Hell of a game right now. Hell of a game. Panther has been decrewed, not decrewed, it's been hit by a T-grenade and the engine's blown. Did they recrew? Oh, they did recrew it, so nice. Soviets got their Su-85 back. Strafe comes in to stop the conscripts, but it's wide open right now. And again, Slayer does not have recon, or not recon, does not have the elephant, so we can't effectively push back a lot of the tank destroyers. Allies have this. You have an Obel Sadat counterattack, which could be effective, but even with Obel Sadat, with, pushing 200 kills, it's not enough to break this line. And again, should not have pulled that back, but that's me. Ryder not being aggressive, but that being said, counters by other players like Dressel being maybe a little too aggressive. So, Panthers just dying in the counterattack, not going great. But what a game. What an excellent game. Could have been 117 in time, but still, this was an excellent game of CoH2, and I'm glad to have covered it. Also, thank you to Milam for sending me that game, because that was pretty fucking awesome. So, excellent job right there. So let's double check to see the after action report to see what happened in that game. 39,000 damage for the Panthers, but let's see, the damage is going to be Ryder with top damage. Was not expecting that. I really thought Slayer would pull it with the elephant, but no. Though Milam pushing Nearly 110,000 damage. Just really, his back must be hurting after carrying so much weight. Blazing, the only person not pushing 100 kills. Wow. Okay. Johnny with 389 kills. Beating Ryder, and I'm assuming that's a mixture of the Katusha and also the ISU-152. But, no, great job on both sides. Seriously, hell of a game. Let's go through. Dressel, tried to help out with Panthers in different fronts. Liked it, though. Coordination a little bit more with not only the teammates, but also with the Panthers focusing on one target at a time would have been better. But, yeah, definitely took a lot of losses. Hell of a lot of losses, but definitely tried to come in to provide support. And great airstrikes as well with a number of good kills. Yag Tiger did lose it, but did 25k. Though, as we can see, Icky was in a really tough spot trying to cover that right flank against Milam, who always typically had the advantage. Though the Yag Tigers definitely did some, it was definitely not as aggressive as Slayer's Elephant. And as we can see, the Elephant got way more kills in terms of armor. At least in my opinion, I think it got more kills in armor. Well, the Yag Tiger had more high explosive against infantry. And again, lost both, but still, some great kills by Johnny and Milam's T-34s on them. So, and also the Jackson as well. So good kills across the board. Ryder, did not get 200, but 199 kills. Damn, that's a lot of damage for some Mobile Soldaten. Also, the Panthers did pretty well, all things considered. Though I think the coordinate fire ability on the Panther and also keeping the Mobile Soldaten trying to take that position would have been a little bit more beneficial. Ryder, but overall, you definitely got high kills on the Mobile Soldaten in general. Badabit, your comments for the most part survived. They did some damage, some good hits, but by God, please do not lend lease the allies or the Axis with your mattresses. But overall, not too bad. Your Commandos infantry section were constantly, for the most part, they survived and did a number on the enemy. The Priests, we saw them die pretty quick. The Jacksons really came in clutch, 65,000 damage. A lot of them did die, and don't get me started on the 20 riflemen that were sent to their graves early. But overall, Blazing, I thought you did okay. I thought you did fine coming in, especially with the Jackson Horde against the Axis line. Though again, even though you did get some kills, they definitely murdered everything you had held dear. And yeah, the AT line was pretty good. But to be fair, you got some great kills on the Panthers just walking into your Jackson line. So some good shots there. Johnny definitely took a beating, but I thought did a pretty good job. Katusha did pretty solid with the Cream Barrage and such. 91 kills on the ISU-152. So great job there. Milam, about 30k with SU-85s. I love his 76s in the beginning, but switching over to 85s was a better move. And they definitely kept the Yag Tiger and other armor at bay. So excellent job. Excellent game across the board. Also his conscripts. Fucking great conscripts. But no, great game overall. Let me know what you guys think. I thought this was a tremendous game with great airstrikes, great armor plays, just some fantastic plays over. Yes, you had some stuff with Blazing and some interesting plays by other players on the Axis side, but overall, I thought this was incredible. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you again, Milam. Thank you to my amazing patrons. And remember, if you have a game, submit down below to my Discord or Gmail, and I might take a look at it. But hey, this is Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, guys. Before you go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Folkford, Aphyria, Ace, Pyroshark, tonybee, Epic Pleb, XSomeToolx, and Sir Marvel. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping this channel grow. This has been Greyshot and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.